Hello, my name is King Kirby, and I had to pose a question. Actually, less of a question, more of a statement. I'm glad I'm not popular. I am glad I am not as famous as many of the artists on Tumblr and Twitter and Furfinity and DeviantArt as everyone else is. Not everyone else, but the cream of the crop you're talking. I'm glad I'm not popular as them because that puts a glass ceiling on what I really can do. And that glass ceiling spells out expectations. See, where I'm at right now, I'm sitting around about 1,700 followers. And for me, that's perfectly fine. I can get away with doing dumb things with my art or trying new shit or improving and actually getting feedback with those people because I'm small enough to ask those small crowds, but I'm big enough, sorta, to actually have some influence. So what I say has a little bit of strength to it. And I'm not saying it's the numbers or it's my age or it's even my maturity, but it is a small factor to having influence over people or other artists that are not as well known as you. So for me, I'm in a good position where I'm like, I'm not, I'm pretty big, but I'm not that big. So I can make mistakes. I can make mistakes and change. And for me to change, it's easy. That change just takes time. But being popular, however, your expectations are already set right there. You cannot deviate from the path of what you already do because you've already set that path. If people come there to see porn and you no longer want to draw porn, those people will leave. If you sit there and draw or do whatever you do and they came there for that and you decide one day not to do that anymore, they will leave in droves. That is your audience. They are gone. And people who were to do it and a little bit more in the game, yeah, they see this. I know people that are like who were big and then just kind of stopped doing what they usually did and then just kind of disappeared. From, like, I wouldn't say the artist or the person disappeared, but their fan base and their things that they did was disappear. Or even worse, people would beg them to do the thing that they used to do even though they don't enjoy it anymore. I mean, the biggest example I can really think of for me personally is when I saw people constantly asking Stunner Pony, hi Stunner Pony, to bring back the Georgia replies, even though he brought it back anyway. When he discontinued it, people were asking, are you going to make any more? Are you going to make any more? Are you ever going to bring it back? Blah, blah, blah. And it basically bugged him to bring it back, even though at that point he didn't want to do it anymore. He lost the passion and reasoning to actually do it. Whatever it may be, he lost it and he doesn't want to do it anymore. And hey, good for him. He wanted to move on to something different. But that ain't everybody. Everybody expects you to be at the same particular point. And I'm not saying everybody as in literally everybody expects something from you. Because if we're going to be real, literally everybody does expect something from you. Even if it's so minute. But we're talking about just Tumblr and art in general. Everyone as a whole, as whoever came there, everyone who came there for that content expects you to do that, and you stop, they're gone. So what I usually did, because when I had my Smith's Love blog, I slowly but surely made a transition into what I am today. And I'm glad that I actually made that transition and I haven't forgotten about my roots and whatnot. I'm perfectly really proud of that. Because to me, it's like, yeah, I did it. Whoa. But and that was slow. That was a process that I had to do over time, and it wasn't something I could really rush. So for me to end it, I'm proud that I'm not famous. I'm proud that I know the artists that I do know that are bigger than me in the totem pole. I'm proud of the fact that I'm able to network with other artists and talk to them and befriend them or make acquaintance with other people and still not be the guy sitting at like 15, 20. Because at least at 1700, my shit can stink and at least I can fix it. But at 50, like at 1500, are you talking about 15,000? Man, if my shit stunk up there, everyone's gonna smell it. And shit don't smell good even if you decorate it with flowers and sunshine. And that's all I have to say about being popular. Because at the end of the day, I'm King Kirby. I'm not Slugbox. And if you expect Slugbox from me, well, I'm sorry. You came to the wrong place. But I don't want to be Slugbox. I don't want to be Anonymous J. I don't want to be any of the other popular ones. I just want to be King Retro Kirby.